Hello, everybody. Hang on, I'm still setting up here. Now, it looks a little choppy because I'm remote. I'm remoted in to my upstairs computer, which is actually capturing the sun. But how does it look? I think the focus is not bad. No, but I'm capturing it 100 frames per second. It would be a lot smoother. I have to figure out how to remote into this computer. I have a direct USB line going into my upstairs computer, but it just doesn't fit all the way down here. I wonder. The focus looks pretty good. It's dancing, but the focus it's not dancing so much where it's killing the focus too much. I wonder if I could connect two repeaters together and run a line all the way down here. That would be interesting. That would be a neat experiment, actually. Then it would be much more, snappy. Put a melee on it? No, that would be so slow. I know those melee computers, they don't have the horsepower. I can see it's drifting this way. I don't know. I don't know if I should actually try and do a time lapse here. At least let me capture some images. I already captured flat, so the picture looks pretty good, no? You don't see the dust donuts. Let me capture a few here. But I don't know. Sometimes you just get lucky when you stay on a certain. Like somebody posted in our Discord the other day, and they just stayed on this area, and a flare blew up. Let me capture. It's been a while since I did the sun. It took me about a half hour to get all the connections working. Let me see. 15 seconds. I'll do 3 of them. I'm going to cruise around the sun to see what else is on here. What I should do here is there's the Earth for comparison. Give or take a little bit. Oh, it's drifting down too much for this. I gotta. Very sunny. Yeah, I can see the seeing conditions actually aren't great. The sun is dancing around too much. But I'm capturing 15-second videos at 100 frames per second, so hopefully when I stack them, it'll find the best frames. I'm using an ASI 174mm camera. I forget what focal length that is. Around 600 maybe? Does anybody know? No. Is it around 600 focal length? Off the top of my head? 660 maybe? There's the telescope I'm using. Right there. There's my backyard. That's kind of far away. It's ASI. Oh, wait. I'm sorry, I gave you the camera. The focal length is for the telescope. Sorry about that. I'm using an AR102, which is about a 600 focal length. I was talking about my camera, but it should have, the focal length is related to the telescope. It's an AR102. I knew that didn't sound right. A rare down, Hunter. How's your weather doing? Are you going to be clouds for the rest of the week? I know the East Coast looks pretty terrible right now. Should we cruise around the sun? I think the AR102 is about 660 focal length. Oh, we got more stuff going on here. Garbage. Oh, 663. Okay. Thanks. Beautiful in Upper Illinois. Hello, Alba. From Scotland. Another person from Scotland. One of my members is from Scotland. Yeah, that's what Brody was saying about the Northern Lights. He could see some stuff. Down to New Mexico? Has the focus changed a bit? Let me see if I can fix that. No. I'm making it worse. I don't know. Is there any place here worth doing a time lapse of? It takes 3 days to reach Earth. On average. Gotcha. Much sharper now. Cool. I'm going to cruise around the sun. Let's see if there's anything else on the surface. Some small spots there. And we've seen this big spot. This big splot of sunspots. Is splot a word? I had a heck of a time trying to connect all my equipment. So I just plugged it all into a different slot, a USB slot on my computer, and everything connected. So I must have a bad USB port on my computer upstairs. It's been months since I captured the sun, so I wasn't sure what to do. Should we cruise around the edge to see if there's anything on the edge? Let's see. There's a little something there. Uh-huh. Not much, though. Not much over there. Let's keep going. A little something there. Oh, here's some activity right here. But very faint, very faint. I wouldn't say there's a whole lot going around on the edge. I don't think so. Nothing I would want to capture at the moment. A big active area coming around the bend. Oh, really? I wonder if my camera... Benji, have you, let me see a link here. I want to see if my camera is laid out right. If this is a current image of the sun, then do I have my camera set up right? Is my camera rotated right? Let's see here. There's spots here, a spot here. Yeah, I think so. I think my camera is rotated just right. And then way off to the Really? Okay. Let's go to the other side that Benji is talking about here. But I was just there and it looked kind of faint. Hang on. Have I lost some focus? Not just focus. It looks like maybe my camera is not even heated. Hello, caveman. I think we're good. Yes, everything we are seeing is considered 8 minutes ago. That's true. Roughly. That just looks so cool. This area. Oof. What do you think, guys? Is this area worth staying on target to see if we capture something? Maybe something's going to happen? Should we stay on this and see if something happens? And I start recording it? Yeah? Because this area here looks like a giant filament. The prom on the left side looks way too faint. Even though I know Benji was talking about it, but it looks very faint. It doesn't seem strong at all. Let me see. I don't see anything really. Wait. Right there. I just think I'm going to have to really overexpose to catch that. I mean, there's some stuff going on there, but I don't think is that what you're talking about, Benji? Hunter, I thought you sent in your scope to get it fixed. Yeah. I mean, I really have to crank up the exposure to see it. I think I'm going to pass up on this one because I've seen much brighter proms in the past. Okay. Why do I keep thinking my camera might not be heated even though I've got a battery plugged into it? I'm going to get started on capturing this. That's what she said. I need a marker because it drifts. I'll get it out of the way here. I'll stay right on that one. You know what? I'm paranoid. I want to make sure my camera and the battery are good before I start. I'll be right back. Yeah, it's good. I really got to figure out. Oh, I have a better idea. Next time I do the sun, I'm going to live stream directly from the computer I'm capturing it on. I think it will be a lot smoother. That's an i7. I think it can handle it. That's the plan. I'm going to start capturing. In your 4SC, but with a white light solar filter. Yeah, right. But you still get some good stuff. You'll see all the sunspots. When I have a plan, you should be worried. But you don't got a big budget? Yeah, I understand. Yeah, the aperture hunter would probably plays a really big role. But I like it when Hunter says, I don't get this kind of detail. Yes, I get good detail. That's what you're saying? I must be doing something right. I like when people compare theirs to mine. Mine's not as good as that. I actually feel better. Then I won't be so critical of my own setup. For a quark, really? You think there's that big of a difference? I mean, your lunt is heated. I always forget, is it lunt or lunt? But your lunt is heated too, right, Hunter? Yeah, I know I've said this before, but I didn't pay for my quark. It was supposed to be. They sent it to me for a review. DayStar did, and I was supposed to send it back, and I never did. I kept it, but I don't think they minded. Yeah, next time I'm gonna live stream from upstairs. I'll take a video camera upstairs. What's their phone number? I know, yeah, I know. I always say I never sent. I always, to this day, I feel guilty that I never sent it back because when they sent it to me, they even sent a return shipping label, so that I wouldn't even have to pay for the shipping back. You just send it back when I'm done, and I never did. I just tore up the shipping label. It's mine now. You need to report a a stolen filter. I don't. I know they really didn't mind because maybe a year later they sent me something else. What was that? The Solar Scout, and they never said I had to send that one back. They didn't even include a return shipping label. So I'm pretty sure they got over it. But I tell you, everybody likes their stuff, so and it's good publicity for them too. They probably forgot. I do remember what they told me. Uh, they told me times have changed. It's it's a new era where you have social media people reviewing products now instead of relying on the big magazines, telescope magazines. They said it's a new era now. I don't even review products anymore. If somebody wants to send me some equipment, they have to send it unconditional. I will not review it. I'll just use it. And Celestron did that when they gave me a Rasa. Said, don't even worry about it. Just use it. It's a gift. when the turbulence goes away, you can see that I'm really am in focus. That's why sometimes when it looks blurry, I don't adjust my focus because then you're chasing the seeing conditions. So I'm just leaving the focus because I can see I am really in good focus right now when it stops being wavy. And I can see, I don't know if I captured it in time, but that filament area has become less strong. So the sun, I do see changes going on. This was much stronger right here. I don't know if I captured that in time. You think the waves make it look cooler? Yeah, but some of those waves are due to the fact that I'm connected from this computer to my upstairs computer, and that bugs me because I know that's a me issue. That's not the atmosphere. That's just a bad connection between two computers. How many frames are you capturing versus stacking? Well, I'm running 15-second videos. Let's see how many. I'm capturing about 100 frames per second, and I'm capturing 15-second videos. So I'm capturing 1,500 frames for each video. And how much of those am I going to keep? I'm never sure. If seeing conditions are good, I keep a higher number. I don't know. Some people only keep 5%. Maybe I can go up to 20% because it really doesn't look bad. So if I keep 20%, maybe I'll keep 300 frames. Maybe. That sound about right? The 1600 helped you polar align your other tubes. How does that work, Stan? Do you polar align with Nina using your main imaging camera? Because I always use I still have the Polemaster. But I'm glad you're getting use out of it. That's awesome. Whoops. You want to do that for solar, Hunter? I think this one is a fairly easy to set up to work with because I remember when seeing conditions are bad, like I said before, it looks like I'm seeing the sun through a puddle. But when you have higher focal length, like my AR 152, that puddle looks like an ocean. And that's why I don't use it too much. I really got to have good seeing conditions to use that AR 152. Oh, for planetary and net. Yeah, that would be an excellent combination. I forgot you have a 127. You returned your MK 127 and buying a mono camera instead. Getting rid of your color camera. No problem. Glad to entertain. How much have I started? I started this at 134. No. Maybe 155. Have I really not been live streaming that long? When did I start capturing this? Are we seeing any changes here? God, is this a fruitless experiment? The only activity I see going on that might have changed is this area right here. No changes. Ugh. I'll give it more time. That's what she said. It would be nice if a flare just opened right up. I see a little bit of white action going on right here. Do you see that? Right up here. That would be nice if that opened up. It wasn't there 5 minutes ago. Good. Let's hope it keeps going. Does it look like I'm still in focus when the turbulence settles down? I don't think I want to touch the focus. Yeah, I'm hoping for a flare, but my hopes are fading. This area seems very calm at the moment. But you never know. It has changed over the last 20 minutes. Okay. Maybe we'll process this on a live stream later for a members only stream. I'll stack it in advance and then we'll process it via batch, create a time lapse. Okay, cool. It's very turbulent now. It's hard to even know if I'm supposed to focus when it's this shaky. Oh, this is really bad. If it could just settle down for a moment, I could see if I'm in focus. No problem. No problem, Plank. Thanks for watching. Is there any way you could donate to support my work? Well, there is a gift button on YouTube, but you really don't have to. I'm just fine, and donations aren't necessary. But I appreciate the thought. Or if you like the channel, Plank, yeah, just become a member yourself. That would be great. It's always fun to have new members. And it's only 99 cents a month. I charge the bare minimum. I think focus is still good enough or I don't want to mess with it. What is the setup you're using? I'm using an AR-102 telescope, an ASI 174 camera, and a DayStar Quark solar filter. Now, somebody asked me earlier what's my magnification or the focal length, and Stan looked it up, and he said it was my telescope was 663, but we got to remember the DayStar Quark has a 4.2 times Barlow in it. So you take that 663 and you multiply it by 4, and we're very close in on the sun right now. So the focal length is more like more like 2600 focal length, something like that. It's a lot of magnification. I always forget about that built-in Barlow with the DayStar Quark. I don't know if the Lunt does that. Does the Lunt have well, it's all one solar telescope, so who knows what's in there. You're not attaching a Lunt onto another telescope. It is the telescope. Hello, Janet. Coronado. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but was that made by Meade? Was that a Meade telescope? A Meade solar scope? Can you still buy those? Okay. Are those still available? Or are they completely gone? I'm trying to stay on target here. The more you stay on target, the easier it is to stack in a line. High Point sold all of them. Is Meade completely gone? Or does somebody else sell that brand as a subsidiary? Wow. And you know what? Celestron wanted to buy Meade. And I think, I don't know which government it was that said, nope, antitrust policy. Nope, nope. It'll give Celestron the entire market. So look what happened. Meade had to go out of business. Why would the government be so concerned about small telescope companies? And they let the big companies do whatever they want. No, Google's not a monopoly, neither is Microsoft. We'll just go after the little guys to act like they're doing something. Actually, they did go after Microsoft and wanted to break up the company, but they just gave Google a free pass. No, we're not going to break you up. We're not going to break you up, Google. Go ahead and keep stealing everyone else's content. You're a good guy. You arrived late. We're going to dock your pay, Post. Nobody arrives late on my stream. There's a penalty to pay. Have I only been going for 25 minutes so far? This is bad. I can see with my own eyes this filament is getting stronger again. Am I right? It looked like it was going away. Now it's changed again and getting stronger. Am I right? Do I have my tracking set to... I know, I keep making adjustments. No, it is set to star. Wait. I set it to solar. Maybe that will help a little, huh? And I only took a wild guess at polar alignment. In fact, I'm not tracking on the sun either. I'm tracking on a star, so that doesn't help my mount itself. I should fix that next time. I'll be more careful next time. Are we still in the solar max period? Well, compared to the solar minimum, I remember, this certainly feels like a solar max period that's still going on. I don't know if it's a max, but definitely there's always activity on the sun. I remember waiting 9 months before just to see a single sunspot. Now there's always sunspots. Yeah, Stan says, yes, we are. I can see my focus is good when the sun settles down. I'm glad I didn't touch it. What do you mean a solar max ends late October? Doesn't it last for years, Stan? I thought we're on an 11-year cycle. Oh no, I didn't really know. I didn't know they had such a specific time frame as October. Wow. A secondary Maximus cycle? Like 100 years? Really? I haven't heard of that. Oh. That's why I have a NASA A pod on the sun because I captured some very rare activity during a solar minimum. And nobody else had captured it. So I got a NASA A pod. Nobody was. I just pointed my telescope at a certain part of the sun, and all of a sudden, as soon as I started pointing it, it flared up and then was gone very quickly. So it was just lucky imaging. That was my first NASA astronomy picture of the day. And I think it was within a month of me getting the DayStar Quark. Very quickly. That looks like a bird. Do we know when it's ending then, Stan? Woo, 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 woo. Wait. Too high up. Or is it the end has already begun? Cancel, wait. Okay. I think there's a flare right there that I'm sure wasn't there before. Maybe that will turn into something. You see a little white speck right there? Come on! Blow up! We want to see some nuclear blasts. I'm very frustrated with the amount of ads I see on YouTube when I'm trying to watch football highlights. Whenever I fast forward or go back, I always get hit with an ad. Very frustrating. At least when you're watching a free streaming service like HBO or Hulu, they tell you when the ads are going to occur and how long they're going to run for. And like two of three, three of four ads, you know? Joining from Southwest Michigan. Nice. I am Southeast. Whenever I say Southeast Michigan, I think of the Journey song, Born and Raised in South Detroit. You know that song? What was it? I forget the name of the song. And people are like, wait a minute, there is no South Detroit. You go South Detroit, you end up in Canada. So Steve Perry kind of, but it sounded nice in the song, he said when he was writing it. I forgot the name of the song. Don't Stop Believin'. I think that was the name of the song. If you go around the Canada edge, then you could say Southwest Detroit, but you really don't say Southwest Detroit either. You would that would be the downriver area. There was no way he was going to get that song right. There's East Side, West Side, and Downriver. That's how we describe Detroit. I'm just playing with the stretch. I'm not touching the exposure. That would be very bad if you change the exposure during a time lapse. Ohio State versus Michigan. There's some bad blood in that rivalry. Bad blood to the point it seems like they. What is going on out there? What? Is it that windy or what? What? Is there a squirrel on my scope? Stop, 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 stop capturing. Wait, 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 wait. What is going on? I knew it! There was a squirrel on my telescope. I saw it. Now it's behind the chair. Can you believe it? Now it's on the garbage can. Can you believe it? I knew it. That was too crazy. It ain't that windy outside. Unbelievable. He just wanted to have. Last time I caught a squirrel hiding pizza on my telescope mount, and that night a raccoon came and stole the pizza. He's gone. I'm going to see if I can go get if there's a history, if they recorded that in history. Nope. The Ring camera is very, very poor at recording history. That's unfortunate. Because that would have been cool to see. Oh, I do got it. I do got it. You want to see this? I had to refresh. You little rascal. Hang on, let me fix my mount here. That's what she said. Can you see it? Let's start it over. Look at that. Look at that. Unbelievable. Don't touch anything. Right. I hope. I'm going to save that video for later. Maybe I'll put it in a short video. The thing is, I wonder if it hit any food again. A big owl set up shop? Oh my gosh. Wow, that would have been fun to see. Oh, no kidding. It's happening right now. Yeah, right. Quit adjusting. I was thinking that was just too crazy. I'm like, no, it's not windy outside. I had a feeling I had an intruder. There he is. Why are you up there? What are you looking for? Stupid. What do you guys think? Is this enough for a time lapse? I think I officially started at around 1:54. I'll go 1 hour. I think that's fair. I think in 10 minutes it'll be about 1 hour. It just seems very calm right now. I might have picked the wrong area to make a time lapse on. I fear that when I run this, not much is going to be happening. I'm getting dizzy watching this because it's so shaky. I think the squirrel was the most interesting thing that happened today. Yeah, I caught a small flare, I think. Right, Janet? It came and went. That's what she said. Yeah. What do you guys think? Will it be fair to stop after the 1 hour mark, or do I go 2 hours? I could end the stream after the 1 hour mark and then just continue on, or leave the stream going. Yeah, if someone has the link. I got to save that link for me. Has the Earth and Jupiter to scale. I don't know if my focus has held up. It hasn't been adjusted since I started. It's hard to focus when there's so much turbulence. I've seen the sun much more stable than this. Today is not a very good day. In fact, it's a crappy day. This is really bad. And it's getting worse, actually. I think now is a good time to end, folks. The sun just ain't looking so good. At least I can see the sun. Yeah. There's not a moment where the sun is still right now. These are really bad seeing conditions, guys. This is very, very turbulent. I've seen much better. Don't forget to hit the like button. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to stack this and I'll try and create a time lapse. Well, let's process it tonight with on the members stream. I'll see everybody next time. Thank you. Bye.